Hello, welcome to next session. In this session, we will solve XC Fluid Mechanics paper of year 2022. Question number 22 is a heavy horizontal cylinder of diameter D supports a mass of liquid having density rho as shown in the figure. Find out the vertical component of force exerted by the liquid per unit length of the cylinder if g is the acceleration due to gravity. Options are A pi d square by 4 rho g, option B pi d square by 8 rho g, option C pi d square by 2 rho g, option D pi d square by 3 rho g. Okay, so now the vertical component of the to find out the vertical component of the force exerted, we will calculate the weight of water supported uh, by this by this cylinder, as half of the cylinder is used to support the weight of water. So uh, we'll take half of the area of the cross-section area of the cylinder. Okay, and multiplied by length. So volume of the half of the cylinder is pi by 4 d square by 2 into length is 1. So taking L as 1, and this is the volume of the half of the cylinder that is supporting the weight of the water. Okay, and so this is the volume, and if we multiply by the uh, volume, then mass density and g, then it will be the weight of the water supported by the cylinder. So that will be pi by 4 d square by 2 into rho g. So that will be pi by 8 d square into rho g. So option B is the right answer. Okay. Next, the figure shows the developing zone and the fully developed region in the pipe flow, where the steady flow takes place from left to right. The wall shear stress in the sections A, B, C and D are given as tau A, tau B, tau C and tau D respectively. Select the correct statement. So this is the figure given. Okay. So option A, tau A greater than tau B, option B tau B greater than tau A, option C tau C greater than tau B, option D tau C greater than tau D. So we can see that here the velocity is uniform in this region. Within this region. The velocity is uniform, and here the velocity is variable. Okay, so here the distance is lesser as compared to this distance. Okay, and the shear stress is tau is equal to mu du by dy. Okay, so mu du by dy. So as distance is less here for the same velocity change. Okay, so du is more and dy is less, so shear stress will be more at section A as compared to B. Okay, so as compared to C also, because as at C there is no shear stress and at B there is no shear stress. So tau A is greater than all the three. Okay, so answer is option A. Okay. Next, the left column lists some non-dimensional number and right hand column lists some physical phenomena. Indicate the correct combination. 1 Reynolds number, 2 Prandtl number, 3 Mach number, 4 Weber number in the right column, 1 wave drag, 2 compressible flow, 3 viscous drag, 4 spray formation. So options are 1 3 2 1 3 2 4 2, B 1 1 1 2 3 4 4 3. Okay, option C 1 4 2 3 3 4 4 3, and option D 2 4 1 3 and 3 2 and 4. So the Reynolds number is related to viscous drag. Okay, so uh, 1 is related to 3. So this is only in the option 1. Okay, so answer is option A. The Reynolds number is related to viscous drag, and Proud number is 2 is 1. So this wave drag, and Mach number is 2 compressible flow 3 2, and Weber number is 4 spray formation. So answer is A. Okay, just we can match Reynolds number with viscous drag because it is inertia followed by viscous force. Okay, so we can find out the answer. Okay. Next, as the temperature increases, option A, dynamic viscosity of the gas increases, B, dynamic viscosity of liquid decreases, C, dynamic viscosity of the liquid does not change, D, the dynamic viscosity of the gas decreases. So option B and B are answer. Dynamic viscosity of the gas increases, resistance to flow increases in gas as the temperature increases, and the resistance to flow decreases as the temperature increases. So answer is A and B. Next, which of the following statements regarding a venturimeter are correct? Option A, in the direction of flow it consists of a converging section, a throat and a diverging section. Option B, in the direction of flow it consists of a diverging section, a throat and a converging section. Option C, it is used for measurement of flow at very low Reynolds number. Option D, the tappings are provided just upstream of the venturimeter and at the throat. Okay. So this is your venturimeter, this is upstream, this is downstream. There are pressure tapping, and this is your converging system, this is throat, this is the venturimeter. So answer is A and D. The direction of flow, converging system, throat and diverging section, and D, pressure tapping are provided just upstream, okay, and at the throat. Next, which of the following statements are true for streamline in a steady incompressible flow? A, two streamlines cannot intersect each other. B, flow rate increases between two diverging streamlines. C, flow rate decreases between two diverging streamlines. D, stream function has a constant value along the streamline. Okay, the stream function has a constant value along the streamline. Okay, that is true. And the flow rate remains constant, so B and C are not true. And A is the streamline cannot intersect, so two streamlines cannot intersect each other. So answer is A and D. Okay, so explanation is the streamline has a constant value of along a stream function has a constant value along streamline, and the difference of stream function between two streamlines represent the volume flow rate per unit depth. So volume flow rate is constant between the diverging streamline, and the two streamlines do not intersect. Okay. So answer is A and D.